job, man. Jeez, why'd you call us out here? It's cold. Gosh, what's up? Where was that house? Yeah, where was that house?
Hey, right, guys, over here. Let's go this way.
Well, this way. Who's got the doorbell? Who's gonna ring the doorbell? Just for you to get the doorbell. This is really, really bad. The first Noel, the angels did say, was a certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay. In fields where they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. This house. Who's gonna get this doorbell? You get the doorbell.
Okay.
Another bad doorbell. Alright. Which one do we do this time?
Oh, okay.
Little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark streets shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. No, not his house. No, don't go to his door. Don't do it. Don't. God rest ye merry gentlemen, nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day.
Humbug! Bah! Be off with that infernal caterwauling! Humbug!
Speaking of screws.
Yeah, we're gonna do
something like
an original adaptation of A Christmas Carol at the Maywood Barn.
it's gonna be really cool.
I know.
They have like
Next
those coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
And
be
we have classes and kids working on it.
yeah,
and
and
stuff.
we're gonna like
So
build in
much
the
fun.
costumes and all
It'll be
that.
like movies and music.
Yeah.
And
Let's do
Ring the doorbell. Joy to the world.
Joy to the World.
Joy to the World.
That might work.
Sounds good.
To the world the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ. While fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains,
Repeat the sounding
repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. No more let's sing and song.
must be something wrong with me, Linus. Christmas is coming, but I'm not happy. I don't feel the way I'm supposed to feel. I just don't understand Christmas, I guess. Instead of feeling happy, I feel sort of let down. I always end up feeling depressed.
Charlie Brown, you're the only person I know that would take a wonderful season like Christmas and turn it into a problem. Maybe Lucy's right. Out of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest.
Hello in there! Rats. Nobody sent me a Christmas card today. I almost wish there weren't a holiday season. I know nobody likes me. Why do we have to have a holiday season to emphasize it? Thanks for the Christmas card you sent me, Violet.
I didn't send you a Christmas card, Charlie Brown.
Don't you know sarcasm when you hear it?
Try catching snowflakes with your tongue. It's fun.
Eat sugar.
It's too early. I never eat December snowflakes. I always wait until January.
They look plenty ripe to me.
You think you're so smart with that blanket. What are you gonna do with it when you grow up?
Maybe I'll turn it into a sport coat.
I think you have a customer.
May I help you?
I'm in sad shape.
Wait a minute. Before we begin, I must ask that you pay in advance. $5 please. Boy, what a sound! How I love to hear that old money clink. Oh, that beautiful sound of cold, hard cash. That beautiful, beautiful sound. Nickels, nickels, nickels. That beautiful sound of clanking nickels. Alright, now, what seems to be your trouble?
I feel depressed. I know I should be happy, but I'm not.
Well, as they say on TV, the mere fact that you realize you need help indicates you are not too far gone. I think we better pinpoint your fears. If we can find out what you're afraid of, we can label it. Are you afraid of responsibility? If you are, then you have hypengiophobia.
That's not quite it.
How about cats? If you're afraid of cats, then you have aerophagia.
Well, sort of, but I'm not sure.
Are you afraid of staircases? If you are, then you have climacophobia. Or maybe you have thalassophobia. This is fear of the ocean. Or Jeffrophobia, which is the fear of crossing bridges. Or maybe you have pantophobia. Do you think you have pantophobia?
What's
The
pantophobia?
fear of everything.
That's it! Actually, Lucy, my trouble is Christmas. I just don't understand it. Instead of feeling happy, I feel sort of let down.
You need involvement. You need to get involved in some real Christmas project. How would you like to be the director of our Christmas play?
Me? You want me to be the director of a Christmas play?
Sure, Charlie Brown. You need involvement, and we need a director. We've got a shepherd, musicians, animals, everyone you need. We've even got a Christmas queen.
But I don't know anything about directing a Christmas play.
Don't worry, I'll be there to help you. I'll meet you at the auditorium. Incidentally, I know how you feel about all this Christmas business. Getting depressed and all that. It happens to me every year. I never get what I really want. I always get all that stupid toys or a bicycle or clothes or something like that.
What is it you want?
Real estate.
What's going on here? What's this? Find the true meaning of Christmas. Win money, money, money. Spectacular super colossal neighborhood lights and display contest. Lights and display contest? Oh no! My own dog gone commercial! I can't stand it!
I've been looking for you, Big Brother. You write another dance for me?
Well, I don't have much time. I'm supposed to go to the school auditorium and direct a Christmas play.
You write it and I'll tell you what I want to say.
Okay, shoot.
Dear Santa Claus, how have you been? Did you have a nice summer? How was your wife? I've been extra good this year, so I have a long list.
Oh, brother.
Please note the size and color of each item and send as many as possible. If the savings are complicated, make it easier yourself. Just send money. How about 10s and 20s?
10s and 20s? Oh, even my baby sister.
All I want is my fair share.
Alright, attention everybody. Our director will be here any minute and we'll start rehearsal.
Director? What director?
Charlie Brown.
Oh no, we're doomed!
This is going to be the worst Christmas play ever. Alright, here he comes. Attention everyone. Here's our director.
Man's best friend. Well, it's real good seeing you all here. As you know, we're going to put on the Christmas play. One of the first things to ensure a good performance is strict attention to the director. I'll keep my directions simple. If I point to the right, it means focus attention stage right. If I make a slashing motion across my throat, it means cut the scene short. If I make a revolving motion with my hand, it means pick up the tempo. If I spread my hands apart, it means slow down. It's the spirit of the actors that counts, the interest they show in their direction. Am I right? I said, am I right? Stop the music! All right, now we're going to do this play, and we're going to do it right. Lucy, get those scripts and start passing them out. Now, the script girl will be handing you your parts.
You're the innkeeper's wife.
Is the innkeeper's wife with naturally curly hair?
Take 10. You're the innkeeper.
In spite of my outward appearance, I will try to run a neat inn.
Shermie, you're a shepherd.
Every Christmas is the same. I always end up playing a shepherd.
Snoopy, you'll have to be all the animals in our play. Can you be a sheep?
Bah.
How about a cow? How about a penguin? Yes, he's even a good penguin. No! Listen, all of you. You've got to take direction. You've got to have discipline, and you've got to have respect for your director. I ought to slug you. I've been kissed by a dog. Oh, I have dog germs. Get over it. Get some iron.
All right, script girl. Continue with the script.
Linus, you've got to get rid of that stupid blanket. Here, memorize these lines.
I can't memorize these lines so quickly.
Memorize and be ready to recite when your cue comes.
I can't be expected to memorize these lines so quickly. Why should I be put through such agony? Give me one good reason why I should.
I'll give you 5 good reasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Those are good reasons. Not only is Christmas becoming too commercial, it's becoming too dangerous.
Get rid of that stupid blanket. What's a Christmas shepherd gonna look like holding a stupid blanket like that?
This is one Christmas shepherd who's going to keep his trusty blanket with him. You wouldn't hurt an innocent shepherd, would you?
All right, Mr. Director, the cast is set. Take over.
All right, places everyone. Schroeder, set the mood for the first scene. Cut! Now look. Let's rehearse the scene at the end. Frida, this is...
I can't go on. There's too much dust. It's taking the curl on my naturally curly hair.
Don't think of it as dust. Think of it as maybe the soil of some great past civilization. It staggers the imagination. He may be carrying soil that was trod upon by Solomon, or even Nebuchadnezzar.
It makes you kind of want to treat me with a little bit more respect, doesn't it?
You're an absolute mess. Just look at yourself.
On the contrary, I didn't think I looked that good.
Sally, come here.
What do you want her for?
She's going to be your wife.
Isn't he the cutest thing? He's got the nicest sense of humor.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
Lunch break? Look, there's no time for foolishness. We've got to get on with our play.
That's right. What about my part? What about the Christmas queen? Are you gonna let all this beauty go to waste? You do think I'm beautiful, don't you, Charlie Brown? You didn't answer me right away. You had to think about it first, didn't you? If you really thought I was beautiful, you would have spoken right up. I know when I've been insulted. I know when I've been insulted.
Good grief. All right, let's take it from the top. Places. Action.
Charlie Brown, isn't it a great play?
That does it. All right, now if we're ever to get this play off the ground, you've got to have some cooperation.
What's the matter, Charlie Brown? Don't you think it's great?
It's all wrong.
Look, Charlie, we all know that Christmas is a big commercial racket. It's run by an Eastern syndicate, you know.
Well, this is one Christmas play that's not going to be commercial.
Look, Charlie, what do you want?
The proper mood. We need a Christmas tree.
Hey, perhaps a tree. A great big shiny aluminum Christmas tree. That's it, Charlie Brown. You get the tree. I'll handle this crowd.
All right, I'll take Linus with me. The rest of you practice your line.
Get the biggest aluminum tree you can find, Charlie Brown. Maybe painted pink. Yeah, do something right for a change, Charlie Brown.
I suggest you try those searchlights, Charlie Brown.
I don't know, Linus. I just don't know. Well, guess we better concentrate on finding a nice Christmas tree.
Wow, all these trees make Christmas close to a person.
Bong, bong. Fantastic.
Wow, do they still make wooden Christmas trees?
This little green one seems to need a home.
I don't know, Charlie Brown. Remember what Lucy said? This doesn't seem to fit the modern spirit.
I don't care. We'll decorate it, and it'll be just right for our play. Besides, I think it needs me.
This is the music that I've selected for the Christmas play.
What kind of Christmas music is that?
Beethoven Christmas music.
What's Beethoven got to do with Christmas? Everyone talks about how great Beethoven was. Beethoven wasn't so great.
What do you mean Beethoven wasn't so great?
He never had his picture on a bubblegum card, did he? Have you ever seen his picture on a bubblegum card? How can you say someone's great who's never had their picture on a bubblegum card? And presents to pretty girls.
We're back.
Boy, are you stupid, Charlie Brown.
Can't you even tell a good tree from a poor tree? I told you he'd goof it up. He's not the kind you can depend on to do anything right.
You're hopeless, Charlie Brown.
Completely hopeless. You've been done before, Charlie Brown, but this time you really did it. What a tree.
Rats. I guess you were right, Linus. I shouldn't have picked this little tree. I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
Sure, Charlie Brown. I can tell you what Christmas is all about. Lights, please. And there were in the same country shepherds, abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flocks by night. And behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to them. And the glory of the Lord shone round about them. And they were sore afraid. But he said, Fear not, for behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, and laying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly hosts praising God, and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards men. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown. And the angel of the Lord appeared to them. The glory of the Lord shone round about them. And they were sore afraid, but he said, Fear not, for behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people.
Linus is right. I won't let all this commercialism ruin my Christmas. I'll take this little tree home and decorate it. And I'll show them it really will work in our play. First prize? Oh well. This commercial dog is not going to ruin my Christmas. I've killed it. Oh, everything I touch gets ruined.
I never thought it was such a bad little tree. It's not really that bad at all. All it needs is love.
did get a nice tree. They lied and stole and smoked cigars, even the girls, and talked dirty and cussed their teachers and took the name of the Lord in vain. And they set fire to Fred Shoemaker's old broken-down tool house.
Come on, let's go! Let's go!
It was a terrific fire with 2 fire engines and 2 police cars and all the volunteer firemen and 5 dozen donuts set up from the Tasty Lunch Diner. The donuts were supposed to be for the firemen, but by the time they got the fire out, they were all gone. The Herdmans got them. There were 6 of them. Ralph, Imogene, Leanne, Claude, Molly, and Gladys.
You kids set fire to that old tool house by smoking cigars.
We weren't smoking cigars.
And they went to the Woodrow Wilson School like those South American fish that strip your bones clean. They went around town the same way, stealing things and tearing things up and whamming kids. Mommy, save me! So it was hard to get away from them. There was only one safe place. Hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, because there are no Herdmans there. Jesus loves us as they say, because he keeps them miles away. That's my little brother Charlie. That's what he said when the Sunday school teacher asked him what was his favorite thing about church. Today the boys and girls are going to tell us what their favorite thing about church is.
What I like best about Sunday school is the good feeling I get when I go there.
Oh,
I like learning songs about Jesus.
but Charlie said, no Herdmans. And that made the Sunday school teacher mad because all the other kids said nice things about God and Jesus and good feelings. But old Charlie told the real truth. No Herdmans. I'm sure there are many things Charlie likes about Sunday school. Maybe he'll tell you what some of them are. Charlie?
I don't care what everybody else said. That's what they really thought. And all the other stuff about church is okay. But the main good thing about church is that the Herdmans aren't there. Ever.
Not a very Christian sentiment, it seems to me.
Well, it seems to be very practical sentiment, Bob. Charlie was black and blue nearly all last year because he had to sit next to Leanne Herdman in school. You know all about those problems, don't you? They cause so much trouble in school.
Is she the worst one, Leanne?
They're all the worst ones.
Well, Ralph's the best, so if he gets you,
That doesn't make any difference. Gladys isn't big, but she's fast, and she's mean, and she bites.
I'm sorry I asked. Just stay away from all of them.
That's what I said. Stay away from them. Go to church.
I'm glad to hear you feel that way, Charlie.
Why?
No arguing this year about being in the Christmas pageant, all right?
I'm not going to be a shepherd again.
Then tell Mrs. Armstrong you want to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Everyone's in it. Think how I'd feel sitting there on Christmas Eve if my own children weren't in it. Think how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
Actually, I didn't plan to go. You know how crowded it always is. They can use my seat. I'll just stay home, put on my bathrobe, relax. There's never anything different about the Christmas pageant.
Well, there's going to be something... Well, there's going to be something different this year, Bob.
What?
Charlie's going to wear your bathrobe. Charlie.
But no.
You just thought that up, Grace.
why don't you be Joseph, Charlie? Elmer Hopkins will pay you a whole $1 to be Joseph. You see, Dad, Elmer Hopkins is sick of being Joseph every year, just because his father's the minister. Nobody wants to be Joseph.
Nobody wants to be in it.
What are you going to be this year?
I'm always in the angel choir.
Well, why can't Charlie be in the angel choir?
Because I can't sing.
You can too,
But
Charlie.
from what I've heard in the past, that's not a serious drawback. Like a closet full of mice.
What do you wear in the angel choir?
Bedsheet.
Oh boy, some choice. A bathrobe or a bedsheet? Come on, Beth, let's go watch TV.
Mrs. Armstrong works very hard to make this a lovely experience for everyone.
Oh, Mom, Mrs. Armstrong just wants to run things.
They're right, of course. She directs the Christmas pageant, and she's in charge of the Christmas bazaar. I think Helen Armstrong would preach the sermon on Sundays if anyone would let her.
Is that George Armstrong's wife?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Well, maybe she'll try to manage the hospital, because that's where she is. I saw George at the drugstore, and he told me his wife broke her leg this morning.
Oh.
Hey guys, Mrs. Armstrong broke her leg! Let's go on the
Lady, you've got
Oh, Mr. Armstrong!
Are you in much pain?
Yes, terrible.
Oh, yeah, my
Don't let
God.
those children mess up my Bring it in! And then don't let them...
She'll be in traction for 2 weeks, right up till the first of the year.
The first of the year? Well, they'll have to cancel Christmas.
She's in charge of Christmas?
Well, not exactly. I do feel sorry for Helen, but who is going to do all those things?
Yes, I'll take the bazaar, Edna. If you'll take the potluck supper. I don't know what in the world we'll do about pageants. Unless... How about Grace?
I just can't, Edna. I've got company all Christmas week. How about Grace?
No, a steamship, and then I'm looking at it, and the cousins are here, and our house is going to be packed. I'm so sorry. Unless... How about Grace?
Hello?
Hello?
Grace?
Bob.
What?
I get to direct the Christmas pageant.
Does that mean I have to go?
Our Christmas pageant isn't exactly what you call four-star entertainment. Mrs. Armstrong, breaking your leg is the only unexpected thing that's ever happened to it. It's always the same old Christmas story, and the same old carols, and the same old Mary and Joseph. And that's what my mother was stuck with. That and Mrs. Armstrong.
Now, I tell you again, Grace, how important it is to
to give everyone a chance. Here's what I always do. We start with Mary, and I tell them we must choose our Mary carefully, because Mary was the mother of Jesus.
Yes, I know that, Helen.
Yes, and then I tell them about Joseph. He was God's choice to be Jesus' father. That's how I explain that. Frankly, I never spent much time on Joseph, because it's always Elmer Hopkins. He knows all about Mary and Joseph. But I do
Mrs. Armstrong was in traction. How can she talk on the phone if she's in traction? What do you think traction is? Like when they put you to sleep?
No such luck. We need salt and pepper and napkins.
And I tell them there are no small parts, only small actors. Remind the angel choir not to stare at the audience. Don't let them wear earrings or things like that, or chunky shoes or high heels. I just hope you don't have too many baby
You'll leave
angels.
some for the rest of us, won't you, Charlie?
I'm hungry. Yeah, I heard her steal my lunch again.
How can you let her do that to you day after day?
I don't know. How can I stop her? Where's the chicken?
Grace, where's the chicken?
It's in the oven.
I'll get it.
You'll have to get someone to push the baby angels on. Otherwise, they get in each other's way and bend their wings. Bob could do that. He could keep an eye on the shepherds, too. Oh, and another thing about the angel choir. Don't let them wear lipstick. They think that because it's a play, they can wear things like that. But it always looks terrible, so don't let them. I tell them, think. Was there lipstick in Bethlehem? Oh, and another thing.
Helen, there's someone at my door. I have to go.
Mrs. Jenkins can have
someone at my door, Helen. I'll talk to you later, all right?
I'm not.
Lady, could you give me some supper? I haven't had a square meal in 3 days.
My chicken! Coming. What are you doing outside?
I was very lonely at the table.
Well, dear, apparently Helen was lonely at the hospital.
Not as long as the telephones are working.
I bet she told you about no small parts, only small actors.
And about getting someone to push the baby angels on and make the shepherd shut up.
Yes, she suggested your father.
Does that mean I have to go?
Oh, Grace, don't use just anybody's baby for Jesus. Get a quiet one. Better yet, get 2 if you can, and then if one turns out to be fussy, you can always switch them.
My mother didn't pay much attention to Mrs. Armstrong. She said that Mrs. Armstrong was stuck in the hospital, nothing to do but think of problems. And there weren't going to be any problems. Of course, my mother didn't count on the Herdmans. That was Charlie's fault.
Life is short. Dessert first.
chocolate cake, candy bars, cookies, and Twinkies and Big Wheels. We get refreshments all the time. All we want.
You're a liar.
And ice cream and donuts and cupcakes.
Who gives them to you?
The minister.
Why? Is he crazy?
No, I think he's rich.
That was the wrong thing to tell the Herdmans. And sure enough, there they were, the very next Sunday in Sunday school. Right in time to hear about the Christmas pageant.
What's a pageant?
It's a play.
Like on TV? What's it about?
It's about Jesus.
Everything here is.
Well, and it's about Mary. Mostly about Mary.
Who's Mary?
Well, I am. Probably I am. I know the parts.
Good morning, boys and girls. Now, everyone can come have a seat. Come on, Beth. Charlie, you and David. Oh. Now, if y'all just settle down, this won't get very long. Today, we're going to decide who played the main parts in our Christmas pageant. But of course, everyone will have an important part to play. You all know what Mrs. Armstrong always says. There are no small parts, only small actors. Isn't that what she always says?
Well, that's what she always says, but she never says what it means.
But don't you know what it means?
I know what it means. It means the short kids who have to sit in the front row so everyone can see them.
No, what it means is that the littlest baby angel is just as important as our Mary.
I don't think anybody is as important as Mary.
Well, naturally, that's what you think, Alice. I think Jesus is more important.
I still think it means the short kids have to sit in the
Oh,
front row.
girls, everybody's important to Mary, Joseph, Jesus, and the baby angels. Now, is everyone here? Beverly, will you please step out into the hallway and see if anyone else is coming? Now, you young children up here, you will be our baby angels, so please remind your parents that you will need white bed sheets. And the rest of you all will be in our angel course, so please remind your parents that you'll need white bed sheets. And if you have any old... No, what's the problem? Oh, well, let's make some room for the Herdmans. What happened to Beverly?
I think she went home. I think she got sick.
Did she say she was sick?
She just left. All I did was I just said, hi, Beverly. And she just left.
Oh, I see. Now, will someone please remind Beverly about the
I'll
next
get her.
4 rehearsals after school? And everyone must plan on being here, all right?
Well, what if we get sick?
You won't get sick, Elmer. And Mary and Joseph must absolutely be
Well,
at
what if
every
they get
rehearsal.
sick?
They won't get sick either, Elmer.
Well, Beverly got sick, and we haven't even started yet.
We don't know that Beverly got sick. Right now. Okay, we'll start. But now, who would like to be Joseph? Any of you volunteers? Imogene, do you have a question?
No. I want to be Mary. And Ralph over there, he wants to be Joseph.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll just write that down. Ralph Herdman. Anyone else want to volunteer for that role? Elmer, didn't you raise your hand?
No.
Just raise your hands. Well, very well then. Ralph Herdman will be our Joseph. And Imogene here wants to be our Mary. I'll just write that down. Any other names I can add to the list? Janet? Roberta? Alice, don't you want to be Mary?
No, I don't want
I'll be Mary.
Shut up, Gladys. I'm already married. You'll be a wise man.
Well, the wise men are usually boys.
I'll be a wise man.
I'll be wise man too. Claude, you want to be a wise man?
What's a wise man?
Just raise your hand.
What's left to be?
Some angel.
I'll be that. What is it?
It's the
the angel of the Lord who appears to the shepherds. There we do have some volunteers. Oh, we do want to be a wise man.
No, I just want to say I can't be a shepherd. We're going to Philadelphia.
Why didn't you remember that before?
I just remembered. My mom doesn't want me to be a shepherd.
Why not?
I don't know. She just said don't be a shepherd.
I'm not going to be a shepherd again.
Oh, yes, you are. What's wrong with all of you?
I don't want to be a shepherd. Gladys Herdman hits too hard.
Why, Gladys Herman isn't going to hit anybody. The angel of the Lord just appears to the shepherds and tells them where Jesus is.
And hits them.
Elmer! That's ridiculous and I don't want to hear another word about it. No, shepherds may quit or I get sick! Now that's all for today, boys and girls, and you may go. But I expect to see everyone here on Wednesday at 6:30. Now that went well. Alice. Alice, dear, why didn't you raise your hand?
I don't know.
You don't know. Alice? Alice, I expected you to volunteer. Is anything wrong, dear?
Help, Mrs. Bradley! Help!
Oh, come on, Alice.
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't dare raise my hand. Imogen would have killed me. She said, I'm going to be mayor in this play. If you open your mouth and raise your hand, you wish you didn't. And I said, I'm always mayor in the Christmas pageant. She said, go ahead then. Next spring, when the pussy willows come out, stick a pussy willow so far down your ear, you won't be able to reach it. It'll sprout there and grow, and you'll spend the rest of your life with a pussy willow. Now, you know she would do that. She would too. Herdmans will do anything. You just watch, he'll do something terrible, and it's all your mother's fault.
You had to admire Imogen. That was the worst thing any of them had ever thought of to do. Some people might not think that that could happen, but it could. Ollie Herdman did it once. He got this terrible earache in school, and when the school nurse looked on his ear with her little lighted tube, he's got some growing down there. They had to take Ollie to the hospital and dig the sprouted pussy willow out of his ear.
Jane and McCarthy. Did you hear about that?
No. You can't be serious. All 6 of them? No.
Vera, Irma Slocum, I just heard that Imogen Herdman is going to be marrying the Christmas pageants. And yeah. Is that a fact? All 6 of them. Vera, I live next door to that outfit and I'd rather live next door to a zoo. Has Grace gone crazy?
Where did they come from? Who let them in? Imogen Herdman? What kind of a child is that to play Mary, the mother of Jesus? Where was Reverend Hopkins, I'd like to know? He was what? Visiting shut-ins? Well, I'm shut in, and he wasn't visiting me!
I said, why don't you let them hand out programs at the door? Grace said we never have programs for a Christmas pageant that I said.
Better nail down the church and lock up the silver service and hide the collection plates before they clean them out.
What was the matter with Grace? Couldn't she have sent them away? Told them to go home? Oh, I feel so responsible. If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened.
If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened. Well, let me tell you, Bob!
Don't tell me, Grace. I'm on your side. The car's over there.
I made up my mind to do the best I could under the circumstances. And I guess I'm going to have to make this the best Christmas pageant ever, and I'm going to have to do it with the Herdmans. After all, they were the only ones that raised their hand, and nobody else did,
You know
so what am I...
Good for you, Grace. The car's over there.
And you're going to help me.
Does that mean...
You have to go.
But...
The car's over here, dear.
Okay, all right, everyone, let's get started. Have a
Now, the inn is going to be up here, and the shepherds will come in and gather around the manger, all right?
Where'd all the shepherds come from anyway? What's an inn? It's like a motel where people go to spend the night. What? Jesus?
Oh, honestly, Jesus wasn't even born yet. Mary and Joseph went there.
Why? To pay their taxes. At a motel?
Shut up, Ollie! Everybody, shut up! I want to hear her. Begin at the beginning.
The beginning.
The beginning of the play. What happens first?
And this is the Christmas story from the Bible here. Haven't you heard the Christmas story from the Bible? Well, that's what this Christmas pageant is, so I guess I'll have to read it to you.
I don't believe that. That they never heard the Christmas story? Why not? They don't even know what a Bible is. And they never went to church in their whole lives, so your dumb brother told them we got refreshments. Now we have to waste all this time for nothing.
All right now. Here it is. There went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went up with Mary, his wife, being great with child.
Pregnant! She was pregnant!
All right, no, we know that Mary was pregnant. And while they were there, the days came to pass that she should be delivered, and she brought forth her firstborn son.
I don't think it's very nice to say Mary was pregnant.
Well, she was.
Well, I don't think your mother should say she was pregnant. It's better to say great with child. I'm not supposed to talk about people being pregnant, especially in a church.
And wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger because there was no room for him in the inn.
They didn't have room for Jesus?
Well, they didn't know the baby was going to be Jesus.
Didn't Mary know? Didn't he know? What was the matter with Joseph that he didn't tell him? Her pregnant and everything.
What's a manger? Some kind of bed?
Well, they didn't exactly have a bed in a barn. So Mary had to do the best she could with what she had. What would you do if you had a new baby and no place to put the baby?
We put Gladys in a brew drawer.
Well then. You didn't have a bed for Gladys, so you had to use something else.
Oh, we had a bed. Only Ollie will stay in there. He wouldn't get out. He didn't like Gladys so much. Hey, remember he didn't like Gladys?
That was pretty smart of Ollie, not to like Gladys right off the bat.
Anyway! A manger is a large wooden feeding trough used for animals.
What were the wadded clothes?
The what?
It said in there she wrapped him in wadded up clothes.
Swaddling clothes. Back then, people used to wrap up babies in big pieces of material to make them feel cozy.
You mean they tied him up and put him in a feed box? No. Where was the child welfare?
Child welfare's at our house every Friday. Oh, honestly, there was no child welfare in Bethlehem.
I'll say there wasn't.
Anyways, and while they were there were shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them. And the
Shazam! Out of the black night with horrible vengeance!
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The mighty Marvel and amazing comics! Out of the black
This
night!
is the angel of the Lord who appears to the shepherds.
Out of nowhere, right? In the black night,
Well,
right?
I guess. In a way.
Shazam!
And when Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east, bearing gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh.
What's that?
Spices and precious oils, like special things.
Oil? What kind of present is oil? We get better presents from the welfare.
Were they the welfare, the wise men?
Well, no, they were actually kings, and they were sent
Well,
by...
it's about time somebody important showed up. If they're kings, they can get the baby out of the barn and tell the innkeeper where to get off.
Well, they were sent... They were sent by Herod, well, and he was the main king, but he sent them to find Jesus and have him put to death.
Put to death? He just got born. They're gonna kill a baby?
Who's Herod in this play?
Well, Herod isn't in this play.
He's out to kill the baby, and he isn't even in the play?
Well, somebody better be Herod.
Oh. Imogene, put David down.
Let Charlie be Herod. And he says, go get me that baby. And they say, okay, because he's a baby and all. But they don't want to do it. They go back and get Herod.
Have a seat, Ollie.
gets the shepherds together and they wipe out Herod!
The man put a hair in the plate is gonna be me! I'll be killed! We're getting out of here! There is no Herod! And I run away with the baby till the fight's over! Come here!
Wait! Somebody else is the innkeeper! Gladys, you go wipe out the innkeeper!
I can't. I'm an angel.
Why would just hang out in the bar all day? I'd go get a room.
He said there's lots of angels.
Then I throw somebody out. I tell them I got this baby. It's the middle of the winter, so either get out or move over.
And now I'm gonna throw Herod!
Yeah! I just send the angel after him. She could just point her electric finger at him and turn him into a pile of ash.
Yeah, that.
She never said.
Duh, Christmas pageant.
That's no name. That's what it is.
I know a name. I call revenge a bet.
Revenge at Bethlehem. The herdman said that the Christmas story compared to the FBI files. Well, at least they picked out the right villain. It was Herod they wanted to gang up on and not the baby Jesus.
Well, suppose you had never heard the Christmas story before and didn't know what to think about it. And then someone told it to you. Now, what would you think?
Well, I would think it was pretty disgraceful that they couldn't find any room for a pregnant woman except in the stable.
Exactly. It was perfectly disgraceful. But I never really thought much about it. All you hear about is the nice breathing of the animals and the sweet smelling hay. But that doesn't really replace the fact that they put Mary in a barn. Deep down, those children do have some common sense.
But according to you, their chief instinct was to burn Herod alive.
No, their chief instinct was to get Mary, Joseph, and Jesus out of the barn. Anyways, at least they went after the right villain. They went after Herod, not Mary or Jesus. That's gotta count for something, Bob.
Maybe so. Is that what finally happened to Herod? What did happen to Herod anyway?
None of us knew. I never thought much about Herod. He was just a name. Somebody in the Bible. Herod the king. But the herdmans went and looked him up. The very next day at recess, Imogen grabbed him. How do you get books out of the library? You have to get a card. How do you get a card? You have to sign your name. Do you have to sign your name? Sure, you have to sign your name. They have to know who's the books. I didn't see what difference it made, whether she signed her own name or she signed the card to Queen Elizabeth. Mrs. Wendlekin wasn't going to let Imogen and Herdman take any books out of the public library. They went in the very next day, all 6 of them, and told Mrs. Wendlekin that they wanted library cards. Usually when anybody told Mrs. Wendlekin that they wanted a library card, she got this big, happy smile on her face and said, "Good. We want all our boys and girls to have library cards." She didn't say that to the herders, though.
Why do you want library cards?
We want to read about Jesus.
Not Jesus. He knows how to get Jesus. Herod.
Only be checked out for 2 weeks at a time. If there's one page ripped.
But the baby Jesus quit the pageant anyway. It was supposed to be Eugene Slocum, but Mrs. Slocum said she wouldn't let Imogen Herdman get her hands on him. So we didn't have a baby Jesus. And that bothered my mother. She kept trying to scratch one up, even at the last rehearsal.
It wasn't just Jesus he was after. He kills all kinds of people.
He even killed his own wife, and nothing happened to him. Well, he died, didn't he? Maybe he died of a horrible death. What did he die of?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Ooh, I guess. See, you might say like right there, but it's way too big.
about sexy things. Mrs. Bradley called Mary pregnant. Gladys Herdman drinks communion wine. It's not wine, it's grape juice.
I don't care what it is. She drinks it. I've seen her 3 times with her mouth all purple. And they steal too. If you shake the birthday bank, it doesn't make a sound because they stole all the pennies out of it. And every time you go into the ladies' room, the whole air is blue. And Imogene's sitting there in the Mary costume, smoking cigars.
And you were all astounded. What for?
For my mother and Reverend Hopkins and the Ladies' Aid Society and anybody else who wants to know what went wrong when the whole Christmas pageant turns out to be a big mess.
All right now, Beth and Alice, can you please come upstairs? We need to be starting rehearsal. Sit down right down here. Now, as you all know, this is our last rehearsal.
Grace! Oh, Grace, darling. I just wanted to tell you we're all back in the kitchen making applesauce cake. And we'll try not to bother you since I guess this is your dress rehearsal.
Well, it's supposed to be. Oh, and did I hear that your niece had a baby a month or so ago?
Yes.
A little girl?
Yeah, she's 5 weeks old.
And I wonder how it would be if I were to ask if we could borrow her just
Grace! No, she's got a little... I can make up some lie and tell you the baby's sick or cranky or something. But the truth is she's perfectly happy and healthy and just so beautiful and we want her to stay that way. So we're certainly not going to hand her over to Imogen Herdman. Sorry, Grace.
Mrs. Bradley, you can have my little brother.
I didn't know you had a little brother, David.
Well, he's not, he's 4 years old. But he's double jointed and he gets scrunched up.
Oh, no, David, that's all.
I'll get us a baby.
How can you do that?
There's always 2 or 3 babies in carriages outside the supermarket.
I'll get one of them. You can't just walk off with someone's baby.
Forget about the baby.
We'll just use a doll.
Yeah, that's better anyway. The dog can't bite you.
And you know, Imogen, Mary didn't wear earrings.
I have to wear these. I just got my ears pierced, and if I don't keep something in them, they'll grow together.
They won't grow together in an hour and a half. Now, what did the doctor tell you?
What doctor?
Well, who pierced your ears?
Gladys.
She probably did it with an ice pick. Oh, that Imogene's ears will turn black and fall off.
Well, we'll just have to find something smaller. Now, is that your costume? Is that what you're going to wear? You all were supposed to be in costume by today.
My wings got open.
Oh, don't worry, Margaret.
I can't find my halo.
Oh, well, we'll find you anyway, dear.
She's got my
Oh,
roll.
well, ask Jan to give it back to you.
My family doesn't have any white fish. Can I use bed sheets with balloons on them?
Well, I guess, dear.
I haven't got a costume. I was never a shepherd. You have to wear your father's bathrobe. Well, that's what I have to wear.
You haven't have one.
What's he hang around the house in?
His underwear.
Well, for now, just pretend that you all have costumes.
Are we going to go through the whole thing?
Of course, we're going through the whole thing. So now everyone go to your places for where we go at the beginning, and we'll start with Mary and Joseph, all right? Just read the last few lines, Maxine.
And Joseph went into Bethlehem with Mary his wife and was drinking the child.
Imogen! Ralph! Other side!
Shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night.
Music! Shepherd!
And an angel of the Lord appeared to them.
Downstairs! How are the flags not?
No, Gladys! No! Go on, Maxine.
A multitude of heavenly hosts.
Music, angels, come on down. Gladys. Music, wise men. Wise men!
We 3 kings of Oreo are burning this. We travel by car, accelerating, vegetable hating. We think you know who we are. I got the baby here. Don't touch him. I named him Jesus.
Imogen, you don't say anything. Mary doesn't say anything. Nobody says anything! All right now, make a pretty picture for us to look at when we think about Christmas and what it means.
That's a pretty picture. I don't get to say anything. What is he to do? Just walk up? I would have named him Bill.
Oh, what a terrible
What angel is that? There's angels all over the place. Was it Gladys?
No, Gladys just appears to the shepherds and tells them where Jesus is.
Yeah, unto you a child is born.
Unto me! Not unto them, me! I'm the one that had the baby.
Imogene, what it means is that Jesus was born for all of us, and to us a child is born.
What the angel do? Just walk up and say, name of Jesus?
Yes, Imogene.
I know what the angel said. She said, and you shall call him Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
I'd never get out of the first grade if you had to write all that.
Five minutes, Maxine. 5 minutes!
Hey guys, I heard about your questions below me.
Well, there are refreshments for the fundraiser, but you're welcome to them if there are any left.
Hey, I thought you were at this rehearsal.
Yeah, I've never been there.
This is going to be the worst pageant ever.
Yeah, ever since What's-Her-Name took over. What's-Her-Name drove her life.
We should do our own show.
Yeah, we should do our own show.
Yeah.
You guys be in the audience. You don't get to...
Hey, that's unfair.
Girl.
There, just right. I do this every year, but I don't have the spirit of Christmas. It's always the same, people singing and dancing all over town. But that's not enough for me. Something's missing. I have to go ask them how I too can have the Christmas spirit.
Hey, if you can take advantage of our offers now, you can get 1 for the price of 3. That's our best deals of the year, so take advantage of them now.
Wow, everyone's so happy. Can you tell me how I can get the Christmas spirit?
Sure, I can tell you how to get the Christmas spirit. Just try some of these here bells.
Thanks. Ah, that will do it. Tomorrow I have that spirit. Oh, I have to go back to town. These didn't do it at all. You! Do you know? How can I get the Christmas spirit? I've tried ballads, but it has to be something else.
Ah, I know. Whenever I need the mood, I always sing Christmas carols. This one usually does it for me. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
It's Christmas Eve, and none of this has done it. Yeah, it was all nice, but there's still something missing.
Hey! I've heard you moaning the last few days, and I think I know what you need. Read this.
Thanks. I've tried songs, I've tried ballads. What could this book tell me about Christmas? A king, a savior born. That's Christmas. I must go thank him for sharing the news.
We never did start over, and we never did go through the whole thing. The 5 minutes turned to 15 minutes, and Imogene Herdman spent the whole time smoking cigars in the ladies' room. Then Mrs. McCarthy went to the ladies' room, and she saw the smoke, and she called the fire department. Fire! Fire! There's a fire! There's a fire! There's a fire! There's a fire! And they came right away. They cleared everybody out of the building.
Where is it? Where's the fire? What'd she say?
I don't know. And they tried to fire us through the whole church looking for a fire department. But the only one they found was in the kitchen.
Well, now you tell us!
All
It's all her fault. Why in the world did you call the fire department over a little bit of smoke?
It was a lot of smoke. The ladies' room was full of thick smoke.
It couldn't have been. You just got excited. And now look, there are firemen all through the church. And there are little baby angels crying in the streets. And the shepherds are calling over the fire engine. And at the neighborhood, didn't you know it was a little bit of cigar smoke?
No, I didn't know it was a little bit of cigar smoke. I don't expect to find cigar smoke in the ladies' room of the church. Ugh. Alice Wendell's mother was mad too.
Are you alright?
And the whole Ladies' Aid Society was mad.
I don't know what to think. I've been on the phone all day and I can't make heads or tails of it. Some people said they set fire to the ladies' room, some people said they set fire to the kitchen. Beryl Wendelkin says all they do is talk about sex and underwear.
That's what we call talking about underwear. And they didn't set fire to anything. The only fire was in the kitchen where the applesauce cake burned up.
Yeah, well, the whole place is in an uproar. I don't know. Jesus said, suffer the little children to come unto me. I'm not sure he meant the herdmans. Grace, don't you think we should cancel the pageant?
I bet that was Helen Armstrong's idea.
We could blame it on the fire. It makes a great excuse.
And I bet that was Linda McCarthy's idea.
But Grace, everyone thinks it's going to be a
Disaster. Well, they're all wrong. Because this is going to be the best Christmas pageant we've ever had.
But Grace, I don't think anybody's going to come.
Neither did I, and neither did Charlie. But we were wrong. On Christmas Eve, the church was jammed full. Everybody came. See what the herdmans would do.
All right now, Bob. No, come on down and just wait till I turn the lights on.
I can't even see where I'm going. I don't know what's
Come up here, set it right here. Come on. Here.
I don't know what you're going to do with that.
I thought it might look like a palm tree. But I guess it wasn't. Come on, move it over there. It looks better in that light. I don't even know what's going to happen tonight. We haven't even gone through the whole thing once. The herdmen still think it's a spy story or something. You know what? I bet this is going to be the first Christmas pageant where Joseph and the wise men get into a fight and Mary runs off with the baby. Where are the kids?
All the kids in the world are downstairs.
No, I mean our kids.
We're here.
It's getting late. It's getting late. Go get into your costumes.
This is gonna be just awful, you know. They look like trick or treat, all fastened together with safety pins and wearing their old moldy sneakers. Mary and Joseph, I mean, they look like refugees or something.
Well, that's what they were in a way. They were refugees. They were a long way from home, didn't have a place to stay, didn't know anybody. They were probably cold and hungry and messy.
I don't know about cold and hungry, but they sure were messy.
I don't even know what to think. What is going to happen tonight?
You know what? I think you worry too much. Now, I'm going to push baby angels on stage, and then I'm going to hand out shepherd's crooks and push them on stage. So when do I do all this?
Oh, well, just follow the script.
Ah. Baby angels and shepherds. It doesn't seem to say in here where the fire engines come in. Just kidding.
We have to leave it. Try somewhere else, all right? Where are you going? I said put it right here. I want to see the one more. Put it down. Speaking of fire engines, was this your idea?
Grace, we were thinking with the candles, and fire hazards.
It's Herdman's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to be safe.
Right ahead, man. Bob, don't just leave this through here. That way. Please hello.
You can help us with this. Oh, okay. This side. Ah.
Careful.
All right. Here we go. Find the candle.
Me.
In the days of Caesar Augustus, there went out a decree that all the world should be taxed. And therefore, what was her name again? Mary. She went up with Joseph, her husband. And so, you guys remember the story?
All right now. Come on down, let's try and get started, all right? I have a few notes to give you all. Come on. Is everyone here? Alex, please. Now just watch your faces. Now let me get a good look at all of you. Gladys, what happened to your halo?
I cat buried it. Listen, I think I ought to say something besides the big thing. Why would they all get up and tear after some baby they don't even know? I ought to tell them it's Jesus, and I ought to tell them where it is.
No, all you're going to say is, unto you a child is born. And that's all you're going to say, guys, all right?
When?
Now, let's all go backstage and try and be quiet while people are coming in. And good luck, everyone.
Mrs. Brown and actors don't say good luck. They say break the leg.
Well, I know that, Alex. Hey! For those of you who don't know, it's just a theatrical thing. You really don't break anyone's leg, yours or anyone else's. And Imogen, remember that that's a baby. And for right now, it's the baby Jesus.
Caesar Augustus, a decree went out that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went into Bethlehem with Mary, his wife, who was great with child. And while they were there, she brought forth her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
Jesus,
When Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east to worship him, bringing gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts. We travel so far, fields and mountains, following yonder star. Star of wonder, star of light, star of royal beauty, night. West we're leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light.
Being warned in a dream not to return to their own country, the wise men departed another way.
What's that they got? Oh, I knew this would happen. I bet it's something terrible. Like what? Like a burnt offering, you know.
Well, they do burn things. But they haven't burned this yet. It's a ham.
I bet they stole it.
Oh, no. My father's on the church charitable committee. They give away food baskets at Christmas time. I think this is the Herdman's Food Basket ham. It still has the ribbon on it saying Merry Christmas.
Well, I bet they stole that.
Oh, no, they did not. It's their food basket ham. And if they want to give away their own ham, I guess they can.
You mean it's their own ham? Well, then they must hate ham.